Yeah, okay. One more. I didn't realize yesterday, as I was teaching, that somehow the orientation had changed. But it had. It really had. So, getting your blanket, getting your mat. Playlist is May 2020. And I printed out, so we had our first 40 days, and I printed out our second 40 days that we're currently at day 67 since all of this started. 67 days in a row of practice, of meeting online. May there be many more. May there be many more. But it does put us past the halfway mark for this month. And in that, I will continue to offer modifications as always. But if there is, if you know where you're going, you know your posture, drop right into it and stay right there, eyes closed, body steady, and you will begin to build your own practice much more completely than working with me as we build it up sort of a step at a time. And I think that it becomes more and more yours and a little less of my instruction and more of your own intuition. Start really listening into what this is providing us. One of the things that I have come to that I will be watching for in my interior experience of this practice today, that we have a fundamental vibrational level, and that we could understand of ourselves as sort of normal. And when we go through a period of distress of any kind, we use the energy that we have to respond to the circumstances that may be challenging. And that diminishes to some degree the energy we have for our regular day-to-day experience. And so we set quite a low baseline. And I know that I've gone through different points, or if I'm working very much, and that baseline really settles me down into a low vibe. And then that time passes and I forget how to come up out of that. I am away from the experience of myself at a higher vibration, a higher state of mind. You could even call it just a better mood. Wow, look at that. This is fantastic. How are you? I forget how to get there. And so what I'm noticing in this, we're doing jumping jacks, we're folding, we're up and down, and I'm holding this low vibe inside of myself as I'm moving in these great ways. And I'm like, wow, I'm really determined to stick with that old way. So if you feel yourself starting to change, if you feel the momentum from inside your body, because your body now knows where we're going, what we're doing, as you find the momentum within that, come up out of that baseline state and start to build a new baseline state, because you are a being of beauty and light. And ideally, this is a practice that is reminding you that you are experiencing yourself with more light, and in that light with more beauty, and in that beauty with more love. Right? That's what we're here to do, is remember and reconnect with a different vibration that's still who we are. It's not separate from us, but we're elevating ourselves. Look for this. All right, build your seat, bring your palms together, rub your hands briskly. Heart high, chin lightly in, eyes closed, hands become still. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, rising to meet it all. May we be beautiful, may we be elevated, may we know ourselves as such. 3 times with me. If it's new for you, just listen. Don't let it put you off. We'll start on the other side. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists. Begin. Your playlist starts Ad Gure Name. And we unfold the blanket and find hands and knees. So your knees and your shins are on your blanket, and your hands are on the mat, and you start in cat-cow. Tuck your chin, round your back, and let your hips sway side to side, and let your head become even heavier. Let the breath in and out the back of your body. Draw your shoulders up towards your ears, and then release navel, throat, face. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. All the way to your eyebrows. All the way down to your feet. That we start to move through the spine. These are the very first. So when we talk about removing body blocks, it's this sensation of morning stickiness that we encounter. Turn your left fingers left, turn your left thumb forward. So your hands are perpendicular to one another. Try to broaden your shoulders. Try to pull your hands apart, make space for the breath. And then turn your left fingers left one more time. So the fingers point to your left thigh. Spread your fingers elegantly into the floor. And move right there through the bones of your left palm. Up the forearm, up the shoulder, through the throat, down the back. 3. And for 2. Nice. And for 1. Turn your left fingers forward. Keep your cat-cow and turn your right thumb forward and your right fingers right. Trying to lightly pull your hands apart. You'll feel the space between your shoulder blades. And then turn your right fingers right again, and your right fingertips point towards your right thigh. All the things that we hold and our phone that we carry everywhere. Flush your right hand open so that the base of your first finger is down and the base of your pinky finger is down and the space in between is wide and wide. 2. And 1. And turn your fingers forward and sit your seat back. And drum your fingers, releasing your wrists, and then open and close your hands. Little wag the tail, little lengthen the spine. And then you come up as you're ready into hands and knees. And then turn your toes to the left and your hips face the right side. Step your left heel to the center line and your left toes face back. Put a deep bend in your left knee and then bring it back up. Your right toes are tucked under behind you and you're moving from your feet. Opening the inner thigh, the inner pelvis. Sending your right hip forward as you come up. And begin to put your elbow to thigh and then right hand up and over. Take it where it needs to go. The hips, the shoulder, the whole side body stay. And a little forward and back. That all day long, gravity makes us a little bit shorter. And all that connective tissue draws in, down, ever so slightly, open back up, and free your breathing. Even lifting the right side of your jaw. And then upright to change sides. Left knee down, right foot flat. And forward and back. And forward and back. So we just start in the right hip crease and start by opening your right inner thigh. And then you add the left hand. That your right inner thigh is part of your side body, just like your left outer rib is part of your side body. And these sides of ourselves can become quite shortened. And then staying a little forward and a little back. The left hip coming forward. The right knee bending, the chest broad. Find how it changes the breath. And upright. 2 knees down, find your downward facing dog. Hips high, pedal it out, one heel and then the other. That the space you just made through the sides of your ribs could be a little bit accessible here. And your right foot steps up outside of your right hand. Heel on the mat, toe off the mat, so you turn your toe to 2 o'clock. A block underneath your left hand. Nice. You're all set to go. And your right hand makes a big reverse circle, so that if you were in a pool, you'd be doing a backstroke. And allow your hips to move as fully and as freely forward and back as you may. Right? Forward and back. Open and close. All the way onto the back edge of your heel, all the way back down onto the tips of your toes. And then the right arm stays beside your ear. And you pause. Press the left hand down to revolve through the ribs. Press the back toes down to send the left hip forward and the heart high. And now allow your right knee to bend. And your right knee to bend. Broaden the throat. Up into the mouth. And the right hand down. And change sides. So downward facing dog to change. Right hand, right hip, right heel. Find that line. Left foot steps up, heel on the mat, toe off, right hand on the block, and find your circle. Find your circle. And let that circle roll you through your ribs and roll you through your spine. Hips go forward and back. How much breath is caught in our hips, in our shoulders. And then the left arm stays beside the ear, right hand down. Revolve the left rib over the right. Press your right toes down, the hips a little forward, the pubic bone comes forward, the heart goes up. And allow the left knee to bend. Widen the throat. The whole front body lengthens. And your left hand down. Stepping back, find your downward facing dog. Attend to the left hand. Thumb down, outer arm wraps back. Left hip high, left heel down. Staying for 3. Wow, you even have a chair. Staying for 2. Yeah, awesome. And knees down. Building a cross-legged seat is one option. I'm going to hop on the chair. And if you haven't tried it on the chair, I would suggest that as an option, because watch what happens. If I sit and one blanket isn't sufficient to get me up, and maybe my hamstrings are tight and my seated posture looks like this, and I'm really doing my best to sit up tall, that's not in question. But that means that when my hands come up, you see this? This makes a really wacky circle that becomes very challenging in the mid and upper back. So John Amato, I'm talking to you, man. Seat down, heart comes up. So if your knees can't drop and you can't get your hands over your shoulders, try a chair just for today. So start your playlist, Morpho. Start right there. Restart that song so that we can all start together. And this is where the Kriya begins. Hands high. So now see my shoulders, my hips, my heart. Fantastic. Clockwise circle. Head is 12, behind is 6. So I'm sitting down into the seat. I have a clockwise circle through my fingers, heart up, chin lightly in. Long, smooth breathing. Feeling that circle of your hands create a circle through the chest. Lightly activating the lower abdominal muscles, so there's more stability in the low body, and more stability from the navel to the seat will make more space and more freedom in the upper body, the shoulders and the hands. And then a hint of a smile. Eyes closed, steady. Keep breathing out stagnation. This idea of removing blocks. Is it easy to shift your state of mind? Or is it long and difficult? One of the things I love about this practice of Kundalini Yoga in general is I can shift more quickly. I can catch myself and I can smile at my habits of negativity and rise back up. Let it get a little looser and a little quicker and a little taller. Yeah. Your seat is down, your heart is high, and try it with your eyes closed. Yeah. You got a minute. All the way out of your jaw, all the way out of your finger knuckles. Coming out of yesterday, coming out of past opinions, up and through the spine. Coming into the places that want to stop or walk away. Meet it with a smile. And we're not doing this for punishment. It's really important that sometimes we get good at pushing our way through the things in our modern lives that we just have to do. You just have to go to work. You just have to go to the dentist. This is not the dentist. Rise. Rise. It's here to serve you. Just for 3, for 2, Hands up high. Inhale. 3 more sips. Go. Heart up, chin in, and stay tall. And then the chin is to lift and the elbows descend and the breath comes out and the hands pause to the thighs. Nowhere to go. Little forward fold. And then sitting up, hands to shoulders, inhale up, exhale, little forward fold. Just find that in the hips, find that in the seat. On your exhale, navel to spine, please. Because from the navel to spine, we can keep our hands high now and lean a little bit forward and keep the belly to the body. So as you lean forward, you take your tail back, your chin lightly in, and that will keep your low back safe. You're only folding so slightly, navel to spine. Now hop down so you can see. Keep it going. As we pass the halfway mark, perhaps you're making your way all the way through the outer feet, folding down to the floor, rising up. So classically, this is the full movement. But that is not necessarily the best choice for all of us. I want you to know it's there. And I want you to know that your choice is in your body. Eyes are closed so that you can feel the fold and the unfold here. As though going in and out through a door. Up and out of the navel, up and out of the hips. 2 more. And then hands come down. Setting your blanket and the blocks aside, coming to a shortened dog. So knees are bent, allowing your feet to come to the floor. Rock a little side to side. And as you do, lift your fingers and gather them together as though you were picking up a button. And feel even floating your foot off the floor. And just becoming a little bit familiar with being out of balance. What it asks through the navel, through the pelvis. And then we can take that forward and back. Lift your heels and rock back to lift your fingers. So keeping your knees deeply bent will keep your low back safe here. As you rock forward, rather than falling into your hands, press your hands into the floor. And as you press your hands into the floor, you'll press your feet off the floor, as though you were doing a push-up. Yeah. And then all of a sudden the feet come up. We go forward and back for 4, for 3, for 2. By the end, you'll be able to do a push-up handstand and unfold, sweep wide. And then down the sides of the body, knees soft, head heart full. And unfold. Folding. The tail stays back, knees are bent, seat is wide, space in the pelvis. You may continue here if it's too much. Put your hands on your hips. You're going to let it swift, become quick and easy. Or full classical motion would be hands down and hands high. That asks a great deal through the posterior chain of your body. So I want you to choose the one that makes sense to you, and then let it get quick and strong. For 3, for 2. Stand tall, turn your palms forward as you arrive, and settle. Out through the hands, out through the feet. So as we open, we may start sticky, and this is sort of our standing posture, and those folds open us up, drop the pelvis in line with the heels, the heart comes up. We're ready to go. It's really not very long, this bit. So find a little bop, find a little hop, a little spring in your step. A little spring in your step. And this is a great place to stay or start to find a little hop in your step. Cross, cross, cross. It's an incredible improvement from the first Sunday. Deepening your breathing. Keep your knees over your feet. Little bend in the knees. Feel the spring of your feet as your feet are getting stronger. Ha! Anytime you need to, you stop and you just move the feet, little spring in the step. We're going to shake it loose in 3, 2, 1. And out the hands and out the feet. That everything we're carrying and holding in the body. Chinese medicine uses shaking. Ayurveda uses shaking. Treating PTSD uses shaking. Cross. And come back in and feel the order that's waiting in that cross for you. What can you flush out? We've been stagnant in a sense. We've been home. We've been here. Maybe you had travel planned and now you haven't been able to go. That stagnation is in you. Shake it out. All the ways in which our lives have been disrupted. Laura Jacobson, we should have been on the beach. Hands high, let's go. And here are all the ways we've responded. All the resilience, all the solutions, the fact that we are meeting right here. Feel that. We made order. We made order. New order. Shake it out. Hands stay high. One more set. And come back. All the new ways we found to connect with one another. Cheryl teaching Lily baking lessons over the FaceTime. It's been amazing. Moira and the knitting lessons over the FaceTime. 5, 4, 3, 2. Stand tall. Eyes closed. Hands on body. Feel your heart. With your eyes closed, be aware the flush of blood through your body. The pace of that fluid moving through you. Like a river that's come undammed. We're made to move and be moved. Down to your seat. Legs crossed, spine tall. If you prefer, return to your chair. As you get there, make fists. Bring your shoulders up by your ears. And then circle one shoulder, one elbow. And get it all the way out. 1 minute. Each one's an exhalation. X, 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 X. Then where in your world are you practicing your greatest abilities? Where in the world are you allowing such a strength strength of being to be your new normal. I don't do this because I'm afraid that I will offend someone or that my children will be disrupted. And here is a place to be all you are. Everything you choose. You can be angry or grieving or happy, but let it through you, through the shoulders, through the elbow, through the breath. Keep it going, steady, strong. You got 5 seconds. All you choose to be. The holding back does not serve us right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Chin up. 3 more sips. Heart up, chin in. Stay tall. Chin up, elbows down, eyes closed. You are a being of beauty. You are throbbing with life force. Let it through you. All of it, every pulse, has direction in it for you if you're listening. Let's gather it in, gather it in. Call that direction into the body, onto your back. So if you know your stretch pose, you can hop straight in. Knees to the chest. Shake out the feet. Lift the head and shoulders. This may be your stretch pose. Hands out long. We'll start with one leg long today and find a whisper of ha. Feel it in the belly. Close your mouth, go out your nose. Firm your legs and reach yourself brilliantly, graciously towards your feet. Change your legs. Firm your legs. Reach your hands. Close your eyes. Two knees bent, feet together. Keep the breath. Work it out. Eventually, legs are long. Go. If you need to, go back to one leg. If you need to, bring your knees to your chest. Don't fall to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Knees in, head down. Roll it forward, roll it back. Roll it forward, roll it back. Through the spine. Smooth it out. Cross your ankles, hold your shins. Maybe it starts to bring you upright. Upright. If you are a lotus practitioner, top of one foot to the opposite thigh. For 3, for 2, and for 1. And sit tall. And be still. Deepening your breathing. Softening your face. to hands and knees. Knees wide, toes together, child's pose, settle. For all the ways in which our lives have changed, just without fighting, without trying to find a solution, without trying to console yourself, or be brave, or be resilient, rise, hands, knees. Just be very, very honest. Circle your hips. And allow your shoulders. Maybe the same big circle is including them. Maybe the circles move independently like a great figure of 8. And then you allow the circles to dissolve into just exploratory, intuitive movement. I am this. I am uncertain and excited, concerned. Feel into your body how you need to move, because there is an aspect of honesty that's in there when we can simply allow ourselves to listen where and how we need to be moving, how we need to be sleeping. Out of the jaw, out of the breath, out of the expression on your face. Roll it around. To the center, line back. That this order now has real integrity to it. One more. And then cat-cow. We need a place where we can move honestly and fully. And then come back to our choices. Rise up. Walk your knees to your wrists. Roll onto your back. Knees to your chest. Lift your hips and put your palms face down under your hips. And one leg to press out. And then the other leg to press out. And to press. And to press. Each one is an exhalation. As you press one leg out, you pull the opposite knee in, and your navel draws down into the body and up towards the heart. It's this stabilization at the low back, at the low body, that we're not rigid or static, but we are stable and strong. If it's too much on your low back, press your heels a little higher than your knees. And now we'll quicken. Let's go. Exhale, 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 exhale. To press. And you're pulling as you press. And you pull, and you press, and you pull, and you press. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Free your hands. Arms up straight. Legs out long. Firm your legs, flex your feet. Activate your low abdomen, and then inhale, hands wide. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, point at the ceiling and open wide. Legs are strong like you are standing, and you feel the strength of the low body. And you draw that energy up and clear the heart. Keep lengthening through the hips. Keep lengthening through the spine. Stay with it. Arms open and closed. Clear the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hands down and spill onto the floor. Letting your stillness be so complete. Nothing held in reserve. And into that release onto the floor, you let go of what you've carried from last week. And softly deepen your breathing. Arrange yourself if you need to. Backs of your hands are to the floor, palms are open, hands a little closer to the body, shoulder blades under the back. The jaw is loose, face is soft. And begin by listening. What can you hear in the space around you and in the space beyond the space around you? And as you listen into the space around you, feel as though you yourself are expanding all the way out into the edges of the room. Your awareness, vast. And hearing a sound a little closer to you. The hum of your house, the shift of your house. And then feel the movement of your breathing and the way your body contacts your clothes or the mat. Aware of the movement within your body of ribs and diaphragm and lungs. Allowing your breath to rest in your abdomen. The heels are heavy. The hips are heavy. The hands are heavy. The shoulders are heavy. The back of your head is heavy. And they are all supported by the floor. Feel the support beneath you. Shift from holding on to being held. And then your attention goes to the soles of your feet. As though you were standing in a pool of light. The soles of your feet bright and warm and tingling. Feeling this between the toes. How it comes up over the toes to your ankles. and into the joints of the ankle, the left ankle, a point of light, the right ankle, a point of light, the body at ease. Your attention up the shins and the calves to the knees. The left knee, a point of light, the right knee, a point of light. Feel in your chest the sensation of inhalation. And feel that in your knees. Your attention up your thighs, the front and the back, and the bones. To the left hip, point of light. The right hip, point of light. The body is open. Feel the sensation of inhalation in your hips. Feel it in your pelvis and in your abdomen. At the center of your chest, feel or see or sense a point of light. The body is effortless. The left chest, a point of light. And the right chest, a point of light. Body at ease. At the base of your throat, see, feel, or sense a point of light. The right shoulder, a point of light. Body effortless. Right elbow, right wrist, right palm. Body open. Points of light. The tip of your right thumb, point of light. Tip of the right first finger, tip of the right middle finger, tip of the right ring finger, and tip of the right pinky finger, points of light. Body effortless. Right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder, body at ease. The base of the throat, a point of light. The left shoulder, a point of light. Body open. Left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, left palm, points of light. Body at ease. Tip of your left thumb. Tip of your left first finger. Tip of your left middle finger. Tip of your left ring finger. And tip of your left pinky finger. Points of light. Body at ease. Left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder. Body open. The base of your skull. The back of your head. The crown of your head. And the center of your forehead. Points of light. The body at ease. Left eye. Right eye. Length of your nose, upper lip, lower jaw, and the base of the throat. Point of light. See, feel, or sense all these points of light like a great constellation. And let everything in between disappear. Begin to deepen your breathing. To take your hands overhead. Returning to the fullness of your body. Draw your right knee into your chest, interlace your fingers, and let your right thigh come in and down. And stay. Bending the left knee, put your left foot flat. And cross your right ankle over your left knee. Right hand on your right thigh, press away, left hand overhead or wide. Press away. Get your breath down into your pelvis. Through the left side body. And draw the left thigh towards you, interlacing your fingers behind the thigh or over the shin. Bring it in. Press your shin into your hands and press your right knee away. And this will open and lengthen and widen the back body. Right knee press away, shin press away, flex, point your feet. Flex, point your feet. And then the right leg goes long. Let your left knee come in. Firm your feet. Right hand overhead. Open the whole right side body. Right knee bends, right foot flat. Put your left ankle over your right knee. Put your left hand on your left thigh. Press away. Soften your hips, soften your jaw. And draw your right thigh close, interlacing your fingers behind your thigh or over your right shin. And then press your shin into your hands, straightening your arms, widening the back of your neck. Press your left knee away, flex, point your toes. So left knee away, right shin away, flex, point your toes. And the left leg goes long. Set up for tree, putting the sole of your right foot against your left inner thigh. Right hand on your right thigh, and help your right thigh to widen. Left hand on your left ribs. And roll your left ribs away from your right toward the floor. Yeah, and your right thigh down. So your right hand is moving right, and your left hand is moving left, and the whole center line. Now flex your left foot. Stand in your left heel tree. Take your left hand overhead. And then changing sides. Right leg straight, left foot to your right inner thigh, building tree. Left hand to your left thigh. Right hand to your right rib. And again, the right rib peels to the right. The left palm presses down to the left. And the center from the pubic bone through the sternum is widening, lengthening. Take your right hand overhead. Stand in your right heel. Reassemble your good body. And draw your knees into your chest. And we do that standing to finish. Forward and back twice. Whew. Housekeeping. So standing tall, your right knee to rise towards your chest, interlace your fingers, and draw your right knee up and your left heel down. And sit tall. Left hand high. Steady. Super steady. And the right foot down. And interlace your fingers, drawing the left knee up. Sometimes we don't really let ourselves come undone because what if we couldn't put it back together? So open your right hip, heel down, right hand high. A standing balance is an absolute testament. I am reassembled. Good. Hands down. Ball of the right foot to the floor, here to the ankle. This may be your tree, or to the calf, or to the inner thigh. Setting up your tree, right hand on your right thigh, left hand on the left rib. So stand in your left heel, and the left hand high, and the right hand high. Stand in both feet. Press. No fear in your chest, no fear in your breath. And widen down. Left heel to the ankle, left heel to the calf, or to your thigh. Left hand to the left thigh, right hand, right rib. Open the line. Plug into your heel. Right hand high. Left hand high. We are here to feel and experience our bodies, our lives. To feel, to be disassembled, dismantled. Foot flat, hands down, and to return. So shake it out. Get a little undone. Because there is order under it all. Fingertips to your across the brow, across the temples, down the jaw, all across the top of the head, fingertips across the top of the head, down and across the back of the head, across the base of the skull, behind the ears, and then find the tops of your shoulders and hold on. Elbows down. Oh. Pull your elbows down. Press your feet down to lift your heart. Elbows down, heart up, feet down. Press. Pull your elbows down. Lift your toes. And as you release the flat of your fist down your arm, front and back, contact with your whole body. Circle your chest, the flat of your fist. Change sides, the flat of your fist, down your arms, the backs of your arms, the circle around your chest. We're exciting the cats. Around your abdomen, inner thighs, inner calves, outer thighs, backs of legs. Circulation is what repairs you. So get everything unstuck, up into the back, across the front, shake it out, and then inhale, breathe out, order. Shake your hands lightly down the middle. Clear the space that surrounds you, all the way up. And all the way out of your fingertips. One more, bring it up. Shake the feet, palms together. Bring it in, eyes closed. In your mind or aloud, repeat, I expand in success, abundance, love every day. As I inspire those around me to do the same. Thumbs to your forehead, center, 8 count, Sat, 2 count, Nam, inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. I see myself. Namaste. I see you. Fantastic, loves. Thank you for your Sunday morning. Keep it going. You got a great track on your music. Let it through you. Let it go. I will do a Dharma talk this morning on infinite energy using the writings of Michael Singer. So I will turn this off and then restart the talk so that this is just a practice and they can be seen separately. Upcoming May 29th is a workshop. This morning I was on the ball. So if you want to do the workshop for freeing base body energy, that is this soft ball, and all the needs are on the website under how to. The ball is now at the top. And you can RSVP for that workshop under May Workshop RSVP. So that's May 29th. It's a Friday night at 6:30. For June is the practice for the radiant heart. That this is the center of our electromagnetic frequency. This is the home that generates the atmosphere that surrounds us. And in honor of that, I've made 2 balms. And so a balm is very similar to the essential oils, but the essential oil is in a liquid form. And because we're going to be putting this down the chest or across the collarbones, it can get in the fabric of your clothes if it's in an oil form. And I find that the balm is really a fantastic way of applying it. And I put it on before the practice. And it participates with us. It amplifies self-love, a sense of beauty. Really so remarkable. So I will talk more about that as June comes closer, but you can absolutely look for that under oils on the website if you'd like to order that. There's a feminine version and there's a unisex version. So that will be up for June. I will see you in a moment for a quick chat if you like. Otherwise, have a fantastic week. I will be online every day, Monday through Friday at noon.